Imagine a world where you're never ruffled, your emotions unflappable in the face of life's curveballs. Sounds impossible, right? Not quite. Enter Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that equips you with powerful tools to navigate life's challenges with grace and composure. This isn't about becoming emotionless robots. It's about learning to respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. In this guide, we'll delve into these Stoic strategies, empowering you to take control of your reactions and become the master of your emotions, not their slave. The harmful effects of reactivity. When we react without thinking, it often leads to problems that affect us deeply, both inside and out. Imagine how you feel after snapping at someone over something small. It doesn't just upset them, it can leave you feeling guilty and stressed. This is reactivity. It's when our emotions take control without giving us a chance to think about the best response. Reactivity can hurt our well-being in many ways. For one, it can make us feel constantly on edge. Over time, this stress builds up, leading to serious issues like anxiety or depression. It's like carrying a backpack that gets heavier with each reactive moment. We might not notice the weight at first, but eventually it can become overwhelming. In our relationships, reactivity can cause even more damage. When we respond harshly or angrily, it can hurt the people around us, creating cracks in our relationships that can sometimes be hard to repair. Think about a time when someone's quick, harsh words hurt you. It likely took a while to feel okay about it again, if ever. This is what our reactive words can do to others. At work, being reactive can harm our professional image and effectiveness. Reacting impulsively to a colleague's comment or a work situation can make others see us as unstable or untrustworthy. For example, if a boss or co-worker sees us explode in anger or frustration, they might hesitate to trust us with important tasks or leadership roles. This can limit our opportunities and growth in our careers. Studies in psychology show that people who often react impulsively report higher levels of stress and less satisfaction in life compared to those who take a moment to think before they act. This isn't surprising because reacting without thinking can lead to decisions and actions we later regret, adding more stress to our lives. Understanding these effects can help us see why it's important to pause and consider our responses. By doing so, we can take better care of our mental health, maintain stronger relationships, and build a more successful professional life. Reducing reactivity isn't just about avoiding immediate problems. It's about creating a happier, more stable life in the long run. The dichotomy of control. The dichotomy of control is a central idea in Stoic philosophy that helps us understand what aspects of our lives we can control and what we cannot. By clearly understanding this distinction, we can focus our energy more effectively and achieve a calmer state of mind. Imagine you are planning an outdoor party and it starts to rain. You cannot control the weather, but you can control your response to it. Perhaps you move the party indoors, or you provide umbrellas. This adaptation is a choice you control. Stoics believe that by focusing on our actions rather than the situation, we can maintain peace and avoid unnecessary frustration. In everyday life, you might face traffic, the behavior of other people, or sudden changes at work. These are outside your direct control. Getting angry or upset about these things is natural, but it doesn't help solve the problem. Instead, Stoics advise us to accept these situations as they are and consider practical responses. To practice this, start by observing moments when you feel stressed or upset. Ask yourself, do I have control over this situation? If the answer is no, then consider how you might change your reaction or adapt to the situation. If yes, focus on what actions you can take to influence the outcome positively. For example, If you're upset because a friend is late, remember you can't control their actions, only how you respond. Instead of being frustrated, use the time to read, meditate, or catch up on messages. This shift in focus can reduce stress and improve your day. By practicing the recognition of what we can and cannot control, we train ourselves to respond more calmly and effectively to the challenges of life. This not only brings inner peace, but also makes us more resilient and adaptable in the face of adversity. The power of responding. When we talk about responding, we mean taking a moment to think before we act. This is different from reacting, which is when we act on our first impulse, often driven by our emotions. Responding thoughtfully can lead to better results in whatever situation we find ourselves. For example, if someone says something that upsets us, instead of immediately saying something harsh back, we take a moment to think about the best way to handle the situation. This pause can prevent arguments and keep relationships healthy. One of the biggest advantages of learning to respond, rather than react, is that it greatly reduces stress. When we react, we are often left feeling tense and upset, because we might regret what we said or did in the heat of the moment. By responding, we take control of the situation and our emotions, which helps us stay calm and collected. Another benefit of responding is that it can improve our relationships with others. People appreciate it when we take the time to consider our actions and words because it shows respect and thoughtfulness. This can make our interactions with others more positive and productive. To develop the habit of responding instead of reacting, one effective strategy is to practice pausing before you act. When you're faced with a decision or a situation that stirs your emotions, try counting to 10 slowly before you say or do anything. This simple practice gives you a moment to collect your thoughts and approach the situation with a clearer mind. You can also use this pause to ask yourself some quick questions like, what is the best thing to say right now? Or, what would I wish I had done when I look back at this moment? Thinking about these questions can help you make choices that align with your best interests and values. Overall, the ability to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively is a powerful skill that can lead to more positive outcomes, less stress, and stronger relationships. It's about taking a brief moment to reflect on the best course of action. This not only helps us make better decisions, but also builds a sense of peace and control in our daily lives. Wisdom and courage. Wisdom is about knowing what is right and what is wrong, and how best to act in various situations. It's not just about book smarts, it's about life smarts, the kind of understanding and insight that helps us make good choices. For example, if you're deciding whether to spend your savings on a new gadget or save it for an emergency fund, wisdom guides you to think about what is truly beneficial in the long run. Historically, Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius wrote about wisdom as seeing things clearly and acting according to nature, meaning acting in harmony with the way the world works, not just how we wish it would. Today, we can apply this by taking time to understand our circumstances fully before making decisions, ensuring we are not just reacting emotionally. Courage, in Stoicism, isn't just about bravery in the face of physical danger, but also about standing up for your beliefs and making the right choices under pressure. It involves the strength to face daily challenges, like speaking up when you see someone being treated unfairly, or sticking to your job hunt despite repeated rejections. Courage, in Stoic terms, was described by philosophers like Epictetus as the force that enables us to maintain our values and ethics, even when it might be easier to just go along with what everyone else is doing. In modern life, this could look like choosing to follow a career path that aligns with your passion, even if it might not be the most financially rewarding option immediately. Both wisdom and courage are crucial when dealing with difficult situations. Let's say you're facing a fear of public speaking, but your job requires you to present regularly. Wisdom would help you recognize the importance of this skill and motivate you to prepare thoroughly. Courage would help you to actually step up to the podium and speak despite your nerves. By practicing these virtues daily, you can handle life's challenges more effectively. They help you make better decisions, face your fears, and live a life that feels true to your values. The 4 cardinal virtues of Stoicism: temperance and justice. In the Stoic philosophy, 2 crucial virtues we must strive to understand and embody are temperance and justice. Temperance involves self-control and moderation in all aspects of life. It means not letting our desires and impulses take control of our actions. For instance, practicing temperance can be as simple as not indulging in too much junk food, even though it's very tempting, or not spending too much time watching TV when we have important tasks to complete. It's about finding a healthy balance and not letting excesses dictate our lives. Justice, on the other hand, revolves around fairness and doing what is right, not just for ourselves, but for everyone involved. It's about treating others with respect and dignity, no matter their background or beliefs. Practicing justice means standing up for someone who is being unfairly treated or making sure to divide a shared resource equally among all parties. In everyday life, these virtues can be seen in action in many ways. For example, temperance is practiced when a person decides to save some of their dessert for their sibling rather than eating it all themselves. Justice is practiced when a team leader ensures all members have equal say in a project, regardless of their rank or seniority. Both temperance and justice are not just lofty ideals, but practical actions that can lead to better personal decisions and healthier relationships. They help us create a life that is not only fulfilling for ourselves, but also contributes positively to those around us. By practicing these virtues, we uphold the Stoic belief in living a life of moral integrity and balance. This not only benefits us, but also strengthens our communities by fostering trust and respect among its members. Practical exercises to develop Stoic responses. Stoicism offers several practical exercises that can help us build strength in dealing with life's ups and downs. Let's explore 3 key practices: daily reflection, memento mori, and negative visualization. These exercises can fit easily into your daily routine, and with consistent practice, they can lead to significant improvements in how you handle everyday challenges. Daily reflection. Start by setting aside a few minutes each evening to think about your day. Ask yourself questions like, what did I do well today? And how could I have handled difficult moments better? Write down your thoughts in a journal. This practice helps you learn from your experiences and gradually change your reactions to more thoughtful responses. Memento mori. This Latin phrase means, remember you must die. While this might sound grim, it's actually a way to remind ourselves to live with purpose and focus on what truly matters. Each morning, take a moment to reflect on the fact that life is temporary. Ask yourself, am I wasting time on things that aren't important? This can help you prioritize your activities and appreciate the present moment more deeply. Negative visualization. This involves imagining what could go wrong in a situation. It might seem counterintuitive, but by thinking about potential challenges, you prepare yourself to handle them calmly if they do occur. For example, before a work presentation, you might think about the projector not working or forgetting part of your speech. Then plan what you would do in those cases. This exercise builds resilience and reduces anxiety about the future. Implementing these exercises can make you more aware of your thoughts and reactions, leading to better decision-making and less stress. As you practice regularly, you'll find yourself responding to situations with increased calmness and clarity. Each of these exercises trains your mind to focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't, aligning your actions with your values and goals. Real-life applications and case studies. Stoicism isn't just an ancient philosophy. It's a practical set of tools that can be used in our everyday lives. Imagine you have a boss who is hard to please. Every day, your boss finds something new to criticize, no matter how hard you try. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our own actions and attitudes, not on trying to control the boss's behavior. Instead of reacting defensively or feeling miserable, you can choose to see each criticism as a chance to improve or to strengthen your patience. Consider another common situation, dealing with personal loss, such as the death of a loved one or the end of a relationship. These experiences are incredibly painful, and it's natural to feel overwhelmed. Stoicism helps us accept these losses as part of life's natural order. By reflecting on the impermanence of life, a practice called memento mori, we can find the strength to appreciate our current moments and relationships more deeply and move forward with a calm heart. Now, let's talk about navigating complex social situations, like attending a family reunion where not everyone gets along. It's easy to get upset when tensions rise. A Stoic approach would be to prepare mentally beforehand, anticipating challenges and reminding yourself of your commitment to stay calm and composed. This is where the virtue of temperance, or self-control, plays a crucial role. By deciding in advance how to respond thoughtfully to provocation, you maintain your peace of mind and set a positive example for others. Each of these examples shows how Stoic virtues can help us respond more thoughtfully and effectively in various challenging scenarios. By using Stoicism, we don't just survive these challenges. We can thrive within them, growing more resilient and wise with each test. Amor Fati and Sympa. Amor Fati is a Latin phrase that translates to love of fate. It is a powerful Stoic principle that encourages us to embrace everything that happens in life. Not just the good parts, but also the challenges and difficulties. The idea here is not to merely tolerate these experiences, but to love them, seeing them as necessary parts of our personal growth and journey. By practicing Amor Fati, we learn to see the positive aspects of all situations, even in hardships, understanding that each event has something valuable to teach us. Sympathia, on the other hand, is a concept that describes the deep connection and mutual interdependence of everything in the universe. According to Stoic thought, everything is part of a larger whole, and every action we take influences the world around us in some way. This realization helps us recognize that we are not alone in our experiences. Rather, we share a bond with all other beings and the universe itself. This interconnectedness fosters a profound sense of belonging and empathy towards others, as we understand that their experiences affect us and ours affect them. Together, Amor Fati and Sympathia offer a robust framework for dealing with life's ups and downs. They teach us to appreciate and love our life as it unfolds, with all its unpredictabilities, and to feel a sense of unity with others and the world around us. By internalizing these concepts, individuals can cultivate a more accepting and open-hearted approach to life. This not only increases personal happiness and fulfillment, but also enhances our relationships with others, creating a more compassionate and supportive community. Historical context and influential Stoics. In the section about historical context and influential Stoics, let's talk about three important philosophers: Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. These thinkers lived a long time ago, but their ideas still help us understand how to live well today. Marcus Aurelius was a Roman emperor, and he wrote a book called Meditations, which wasn't meant for others to read, but rather was his own personal journal. In it, he wrote reminders to himself on how to stay calm and kind, even when things were tough. He often talks about seeing things just as they are and finding ways to do the right thing, regardless of what others around him were doing. His famous quote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength," shows how he believed in controlling one's reactions to events, not the events themselves. Seneca was a playwright and advisor to another emperor, Nero. His writings are full of practical advice on how to handle anger, hardship, and success. One of his key ideas is that being wealthy or powerful doesn't guarantee happiness. Instead, happiness comes from being content with what we have. He said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." This means that wanting more all the time makes us poor, no matter how much we already have. Epictetus was born a slave, but became a respected philosopher. He emphasized that we should focus on what we can control and accept what we can't. A lot of his teaching is about how to keep our cool and not let the actions of others upset us. He argued that it's not events themselves that upset us, but our views about them. One of his famous lines is, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This teaches us that our reaction to any situation is the key to our happiness. These philosophers also influenced other ways of thinking and modern psychology, especially the ideas behind cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, which helps people manage their problems by changing the way they think and behave. Stoicism teaches us that our happiness depends a lot on our inner attitudes rather than our outer circumstances, a concept that is central to CBT. By learning about these Stoics, we can see how ancient ideas are still relevant today, helping us to manage our emotions and actions in a world that is often unpredictable and challenging. Stoicism in modern times. Stoicism isn't just an ancient philosophy, it's also very much alive today and is being applied in many areas including business, sports, and mental health therapy. This practical philosophy helps people manage stress, make better decisions, and maintain their composure in challenging situations. In the business world, many leaders use Stoic principles to improve their leadership skills and company culture. For instance, executives often face stressful decisions and high-pressure situations. Stoicism teaches them to focus only on what they can control, like their reactions and decisions, rather than worrying about the unpredictable market conditions. This helps them remain calm and make thoughtful decisions, even in tough times. In sports, coaches and athletes use Stoicism to enhance mental toughness. Athletes often encounter intense pressure and competition. By adopting Stoic practices, they learn to stay focused on their performance without getting overwhelmed by the fear of losing or the excitement of a potential win. This approach helps them maintain steady performance regardless of the situation. Therapists have also begun incorporating Stoic techniques into their practices. Stoicism offers tools for clients to detach from emotional distress and view their challenges more objectively. This can be particularly helpful for dealing with anxiety and depression, as it teaches patients to reduce negative emotions by focusing on actions they can control, rather than circumstances beyond their reach. Moreover, several contemporary public figures openly discuss how Stoicism has positively impacted their lives. These individuals often share stories about how Stoic habits have helped them deal with personal challenges, professional setbacks, and public scrutiny more effectively. By practicing Stoicism, they find a deeper sense of satisfaction in their personal and professional lives, proving that this ancient philosophy still hold significant relevance in today's fast-paced world. Each of these examples shows that Stoicism has valuable applications in modern times, helping individuals and leaders in various fields tackle their roles with more resilience and mindfulness. Stoicism and emotional intelligence. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to handle our emotions intelligently. It's about understanding our feelings, knowing why they occur, and figuring out how we can manage them effectively. This concept is closely linked to what we call emotional intelligence today, which involves being aware of our emotions and those of others, managing these feelings well, and using this awareness to guide our actions positively. Stoic practices, such as reflecting on our day or thinking about how we can improve our reactions, help us develop self-awareness. This means getting to know ourselves better, understanding our triggers, and noticing when we are starting to feel overwhelmed or upset. This awareness is the first step in managing our emotions more wisely. Furthermore, Stoicism teaches us empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. By considering how our actions affect those around us and trying to see things from their perspective, we become more compassionate and supportive. This not only improves our relationships, but also makes us better at navigating social situations. Resilience, another key aspect of emotional intelligence, is also a significant part of Stoic teachings. Stoicism shows us how to face challenges without losing our calm. It encourages us to accept what we cannot change and focus our energy on what we can influence. This approach helps us bounce back from setbacks and maintain our composure even in tough times. To use Stoic principles to boost your emotional intelligence, start by observing how you react in different situations. Do you get angry easily? Are you quick to judge? Try to pause before reacting. Take a few deep breaths and think about the best way to handle the situation. This pause can help you respond more thoughtfully instead of just reacting on impulse. Additionally, practice gratitude daily. Think about the good things in your life and the people who support you. This practice can shift your focus from what's going wrong to what's going right, making you feel more positive and less reactive. Lastly, reflect on your interactions with others at the end of each day. Consider what went well and what could have been better. This reflection will help you understand and improve your responses, making you more emotionally intelligent over time. Daily Stoic practices and long-term impact. To make Stoicism a part of your everyday life, start by setting aside time each morning and evening for reflection. In the morning, take a few quiet moments to think about what you have ahead of you for the day. Ask yourself how you can approach your tasks and interactions with calmness and thoughtfulness. This prepares your mind to handle whatever comes your way with a steady, calm approach. In the evening, spend some time reviewing your day. Think about the moments when you reacted quickly and the times you responded thoughtfully. Consider what you learned from both and how you can improve. This daily habit helps you see patterns in your behavior and guides you to make better choices. Throughout the day, keep Stoic principles in your thoughts. Remind yourself that you can't control everything that happens, but you can control how you respond. When something challenging or upsetting happens, take a deep breath and remember your morning reflection. This will help you handle the situation better. Practicing these Stoic habits every day can have a big impact on your life over time. It can improve your mental health by reducing stress and anxiety. You'll likely find more satisfaction in your daily activities because you're approaching them with a clear, focused mind. Additionally, this thoughtful way of living can lead to better relationships at work and at home because you're more considerate and calm. It can also help you achieve your personal and professional goals by keeping you steady and focused. No matter what challenges come your way, Incorporating these simple Stoic practices into your routine doesn't require extra time, just a shift in how you think about and react to events throughout your day. Over time, these small changes can lead to a happier, more successful life. Overcoming common challenges with Stoicism. Stoicism often faces misunderstandings, like the idea that it suppresses emotions or promotes a fatalistic view of life where everything is predestined. However, Stoicism doesn't teach us to hide or ignore our feelings. Instead, it encourages us to understand and manage them wisely. Stoics believe that while we can't control what we feel, we can control how we react to those feelings. This helps us handle difficult emotions without letting them overwhelm us. Another misconception is that Stoicism leads us to accept everything without trying to change it, because some think it teaches that everything is predestined. This isn't quite right. Stoicism actually teaches that many things in life are outside our control, but it also empowers us to change the things we can control. For instance, we might not be able to control the weather, but we can control how we prepare for it. To make Stoicism more relevant today, think about how it can help with modern stresses like job pressure or personal conflicts. Stoicism helps us focus on what we can change, our own actions and attitudes, rather than getting frustrated by things out of our control. This approach reduces stress and makes challenges seem more manageable. Explaining Stoicism in simpler terms helps clear up these misunderstandings. By understanding and practicing Stoic principles, we can improve our emotional intelligence, make better decisions, and lead a more contented life. Stoicism isn't about giving up on emotions or passively accepting fate. It's about developing strength to deal with life's ups and downs more effectively. Community and Stoicism. Stoicism teaches us a lot about our personal resilience and inner strength, but it also emphasizes the value of community. Being part of a community can make us stronger and help us practice Stoic ideals more effectively. When we share our experiences and challenges with others, we learn from each other and support one another's growth. Finding a community that values Stoicism isn't hard. There are many ways to connect with like-minded individuals. Online forums dedicated to Stoicism can be a great starting point. These forums often have discussions and resources that can deepen your understanding of Stoic principles and provide moral support. Websites like Reddit and Facebook have active Stoic groups where people from all over the world share insights and encouragement. Local meetups are another excellent way to engage with a community. Websites like meetup.com often have listings for groups interested in philosophy, including Stoicism. These meetups can range from casual coffee discussions to more structured meetings with agendas and guest speakers. Participating in these groups offers a chance to discuss Stoic ideas face-to-face, which can enhance your learning and help you form meaningful connections. For those in academic settings or interested in more formal study, universities and community colleges often have philosophy clubs or may offer courses on Stoicism and other philosophical approaches. Engaging with these academic groups can provide a more structured way to explore Stoicism, often guided by experienced scholars. Building and nurturing a Stoic community requires patience and effort. It's important to be open and welcoming, encouraging members to share their thoughts and experiences without judgment. Organizing regular meetings, whether online or in person, helps maintain the group's focus and momentum. Additionally, creating shared goals or projects, like reading and discussing specific texts or practicing Stoic exercises together, can keep the community engaged and growing. In summary, Being part of a Stoic community not only enriches your own practice, but also contributes to a wider understanding and application of Stoicism in everyday life. Whether through online forums, local meetups, or academic groups, joining a community can provide valuable support and deepen your journey into Stoicism. Stoicism in crisis management. In our lives, we often face tough times that test our patience and resilience, like losing a job, coping with a health crisis, or navigating community disasters. Stoic principles provide us with a solid foundation to handle these crises with grace and composure. Here we explore how you can apply these timeless strategies to stay calm and make wise choices during such challenging periods. Firstly, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't. During a crisis, this means concentrating on your actions and attitudes rather than the situation itself. For instance, you can't control an economic downturn, but you can control how you manage your budget or seek new job opportunities. Another Stoic strategy is to prepare mentally for worst-case scenarios, a practice known as premeditatio malorum. By thinking ahead about potential difficulties, you won't be caught off guard if they occur. This preparation helps reduce fear and anxiety, allowing you to deal with problems more rationally when they arise. Stoics also emphasize the importance of maintaining an internal balance and keeping extreme emotions in check. This doesn't mean ignoring your feelings, but rather recognizing them without letting them overpower you. For example, it's natural to feel upset if you're dealing with a health issue, but by not letting despair take over, you can focus more on treatment and recovery. Furthermore, Stoicism encourages us to see challenges as opportunities to grow and strengthen our character. This perspective shift can be incredibly empowering. Instead of feeling victimized by circumstances, you can view each challenge as a chance to practice resilience and patience. Lastly, it's important to lean on your community and support network during tough times, even as you apply Stoic principles. Sharing your burdens can help lighten them, and the advice or help from others can provide practical solutions and emotional comfort. By integrating these Stoic practices, you can navigate personal crises and larger societal challenges more effectively. You'll find yourself not only surviving these tough times, but emerging stronger and more composed than before. This proactive and balanced approach to crisis management can transform potential setbacks into steps forward, cultivating a life of resilience and wisdom. Reflections and moving forward with Stoicism. In this section, we focus on helping you see how far you've come in learning and using Stoic ideas in your life. We offer several easy-to-do exercises that act as mirrors, showing you your growth and areas you can still improve. These exercises are straightforward and involve methods like keeping a daily journal. In your journal, you can write down your thoughts and experiences each day. This isn't just any writing, though. Try to focus on moments where you used Stoic principles or perhaps when you forgot to use them. For example, you could write about a time you got frustrated in traffic. Think about what you felt and how you reacted. Did you remember to pause and think before reacting, as the Stoics suggest? This kind of reflection helps you understand your actions better and see clearly where you might improve. We also suggest using self-assessment tools, which are simple questions that make you think deeply about how you handle situations. These questions could be like, today, how well did I accept things I couldn't change? Or, what did I do today that showed courage or wisdom? Answering these regularly will help you keep track of how you are applying Stoic ideas in daily life. Moreover, Life is always changing, and the challenges you face today might be different tomorrow. That's why it's crucial to keep adapting and refining the way you practice Stoic principles. As you grow and your life situations change, you might find that different aspects of Stoicism become more relevant or practical. For instance, if you start a new job or move to a new city, you might focus more on the virtue of courage to help you navigate these big changes. Remember, the goal isn't to be perfect, but to keep getting better at handling whatever life throws your way with calmness and wisdom. By regularly reflecting on your actions and adjusting your practices, you'll find it becomes easier to maintain your peace of mind and lead a fulfilling life, no matter the circumstances. Future directions. Let's take a moment to reflect on the key teachings we've covered. Stoicism isn't just about controlling your reactions. It's about understanding what you can change and accepting what you can't. This understanding helps us face life's challenges with grace and wisdom. We've learned that Stoicism teaches us to focus on our own actions and attitudes, rather than getting upset about things outside our control. We've discussed how practicing Stoic virtues like wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice can lead to a more fulfilling and balanced life. These virtues aren't just ancient ideas. They are practical tools that can help us make better decisions and live more harmoniously with others. We've also seen how daily Stoic practices like reflecting on our day, reminding ourselves of our mortality, and preparing for challenges can profoundly impact our mental well-being. These practices encourage us to think deeply about our lives, helping us to grow stronger and more resilient in the face of adversity. As you continue on your journey with Stoicism, I encourage you to keep learning and practicing. There are many resources available to help you deepen your understanding of this powerful philosophy. Look for books, online courses, and local seminars or workshops that focus on Stoic teachings. Joining a community or discussion group can also provide support and further insight as you apply Stoic principles in your life. Finally, remember that the relevance of Stoicism extends beyond personal growth. In our complex and fast-paced world, Stoicism offers a way to navigate to life's ups and downs with a calm and focused mind. Whether you're dealing with personal issues, professional challenges, or broader societal problems, the timeless wisdom of Stoicism can offer clarity and strength. Let's carry forward the spirit of Stoicism, embracing its lessons not just today, but as a continuous guide throughout our lives. By doing so, we can face the future with confidence and serenity, ready to meet whatever challenges come our way. If you found this video valuable, please give it a like and consider subscribing to our channel for more insightful content like this. Your support helps us create more videos that can make a positive impact. Thanks for watching.